It costs money to put this show on the air. You may not always agree with either myself or the guests, but you will agree that it's provocative and it puts ideas forth that you will not find on mainstream news. So please, if you can, donate. My guest today is Tory. He's a businessman, a lawyer, politician, and I want to put the question to you. People say in Canada, we have 3 levels of government, of course, municipal, provincial, federal. I'll put the point to you that we have far more than that. Administrative bodies. Ask Jordan Peterson about his life and the college. We have the courts handing down decisions that force governments to do other things. We have so many people telling people what to do. Are we grinding down individual initiative in Canada?
Well, we're grinding down individual initiative and we're grinding down enterprise initiative by business. And it isn't so much that there are all those governments and all of those agencies and all of those courts. It's the cumulative effect. And in this country, because we have so much government and we have so many other actors, at the end of the day, it's the combined weight of all of those people all wanting to have their hand in. When I thought, in a lot of these constitutional fights we see are about saying, no, that's my responsibility. And actually the Constitution's fairly clear. But everybody gets into everything. Everybody then has rules or reports or requirements they have. And I think it does grind down initiative.
And I've talked to business people. They say, governments are falling over themselves to get involved in their business, either reporting or to tell them how to do it or what to do. And there's a decision of the courts in Ontario the other day saying, government, you have to pay for someone to go down to Texas for a certain operation when people in Ontario can't get operations as it stands. So everybody's telling people what to do, and they're often at odds.
Well, and it's again the combined weight. And sometimes
so what's the answer?
Well, when I was mayor, for example, we looked at the process of getting a liquor license. And I forget the exact number, but I think it was 19 different approvals you had to have. And it was between the provincial and the city governments, not the feds. And so what we did is we actually worked out something that got that down to kind of, first of all, one-stop shopping, and secondly, a much fewer number of requirements. And you have to go through every area of government, every area of business, and every area of individual activity and do that. And sort of say, we're going to make it easy for you first by making it digital and having one-stop shopping, and then secondly, we're going to eliminate along the way half of these requirements that are either duplicative of one another or they're just not necessary.
Or you have other politicians then saying, as happened the other day, we are going to get rid of some of the rules, but we're going to set up a committee, another committee, to get rid of the rules.
Well, and for every person that gets rid of a rule, there's somebody else advocating for a new one. I mean, just watch Question Period or watch the Parliament or the City Council, anywhere you want. There's somebody every day standing up and saying, we have to have some new rules, a new committee, a new agency, a new oversight. And sometimes that's justified, but much of the time it's either duplicating something else, it's putting back in something somebody already got rid of. But the bottom line is it's stifling investment, and investment is a good thing. It creates jobs and it creates wealth, and the wealth is then redistributed by governments to pay for all these programs that we love.
So you've been on the outside looking in, on the inside looking out. Do you have hope for Canada?
I think we're not paying enough attention to all of this, and I think we've got to pay a lot more attention because we're stagnating.
Stagnating. Tory, thanks very much. 3 minutes. This show provides independent analysis of the issues. We are not paid by the government. And as I am finding, so much business in Canada relies upon various governments that they don't want to sponsor or advertise on a show which may become controversial, which talks about liberty, freedoms, sometimes criticizes government. I've had guests on that support the government. But people are saying, you know what? We don't want to bite the hand that feeds us, i.e. government, which is why I hope you'll subscribe and contribute to keep this show on the air.